Thank you. You are listening to the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio. Appreciate everybody for tuning in for another installment of the Bianca Burwell Show. Today is looking real nice out there. We got a few things that we're going to be talking about, actually, quite a bit. Some crazy news, some hot topics. But first, let me say this. If you want to see everything that's going on in the station as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live. I have the Q&A box open in case you want to chat with me. You can also listen. So there's some people that, they're walking away from their smart devices. We have a listen line, 401-347-0418. Unfortunately, the phone lines are still down. Good gravy. Does anybody know somebody that can fix phones? Anybody? Can y'all help me? 404-826-9223 is the calling number. However, all I can get is just messages. So I would love for you to chat with me live on Google+. You can see everything that's happening. If you haven't done it already, like us on our Facebook page. You go there by going to TheBeatDropsRadio.com and click on the F, take you directly to our Facebook page. And once you like us, share us with your friends. Now, here are some of the things that we're going to be talking about. Pizza employee, good God, was rubbing his scrotum on pizza and got caught. Crazy. The police mistakes a black actress for a prostitute, and we got some updates on that too. She apparently was in Django Unchained. CBS and Rihanna fallout, a little bit more on that. And Ray Rice's suspension, just, the appeal. I guess we all knew that was going to take place. So we got that and more. So make sure you stay tuned right here on the TheBeatDropsRadio and tell everybody that they need to tune in to the Bianca Burwell Show. Samuel! Why will Ray Rice beat up his girlfriend if she didn't do anything to him? Samuel, I'm going to address that. This is on our Google chat here. I will address that when we get back. So you make sure you stay tuned right here. That's a valid point. We'll discuss that. Keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show, TheBeatDropsRadio.com. First song, Latch Disclosure. Keep it locked. Samuel, you got rid of the other comment. I was going to mention that. Sunday morning, but stay logged in, and you see what happened as far as CBS is concerned. Radio.com starting at 9 a.m. again every Sunday morning. Inspiration right here on the Beat Drops Radio, 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Download the TuneIn app so you can take it wherever you go. Win the app right here on the station. Streamer radio, we are available. Make sure you get that inspiration that you need. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on TheBeatDropsRadio.com. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday to hear Master Christian, dog training extraordinaire. He's trained many of dogs that appeared on some of the films that you know and love. And then also every Wednesday we have Full Belly Radio with Dave Tolliver, Jay Millie, Elgarth, right here on the Beat Drops Radio. So keep it locked. Man. All right, so we have Samuel DePietro. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. I'm seeing it up on the Google Plus chat. The first question was in regards to Ray Rice. Why would Ray Rice hit her if she hadn't done anything to him? Now, the country itself is divided over the situation. I've heard many people argue that a man should never hit a woman. I've heard people, and you all have heard people say that, and Whoopi Goldberg, she put it up on her Facebook page, where she said, if you hit somebody, if you smack somebody or slap them, then they have the right to slap your behind back. We've heard that. Even when we were kids growing up, don't hit nobody unless you expect them to hit you back. Just saying. All right, so now in this situation, everybody should have seen the video thus far. And it is Ray Rice and his then fiance, now wife. They were out and about, I believe at the casinos, and apparently they looked as though they were having some sort of a disagreement and an argument on the way to the elevator. I'm pretty sure everybody at this point has seen that. Then you see them go into the elevator. She walks in first. They're still arguing. Who knows what they were arguing about? And we see her go towards him. And then she goes towards him again. He hits her. And then she goes straight down. And she's knocked out for quite some time, for a period of time. And he appeared to be unconcerned about the situation. He appeared that, oh well, and to me it looked as if this is something that is not an unusual occurrence between the two of them. It just looked that way. His mannerism wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. He just looked. And also when the door opened to the elevator, when he grabbed her, it was almost like just dragging a lifeless body, like, oh, this joker falling out again. So then he pulls her, and the legs are still kind of sort of in there. Security walks up and apparently is asking if there's a problem. He's grabbing her shoes, all of that. So we've seen this. Now the thing about this is that Ray Rice apparently talked to the commissioner, Roger Goodell. Okay, he gave us an account as to what happened in the elevator between himself and his then fiance, now wife. Now the punishment that was placed upon Ray Rice at that point was for him to suspend 2 games. He's going to miss 2 games. Now, what unfolds after that is the fact that TMZ, which they did their research, yes, they did, and TMZ has really done a great job. I do have to say this. TMZ is doing a great job, a fantabulous job in getting a lot of the stuff that apparently others either don't want to see or they would prefer to remain under wraps. So TMZ obtains the elevator video. They post it up. And after they post up this video, then all hell breaks loose as far as Ray Rice, NFL, his now wife, of course, is upset. I think she's more embarrassed than upset anyway, because she moved forward with the wedding, and I've seen, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've since have seen wedding videos of him singing to her, saying, "I'm so in love with you," and all of that. And people are saying if they knew all of what was happening, the people that attended, would they have attended the wedding? Well, maybe so. I'm just saying, maybe so. But after the video surfaces, TMZ reports that the NFL says that they asked for the video, but the video, apparently, they couldn't get a hold to it. So then they just gave up. At least that's what it appeared, that they just gave up. TMZ was like, no way. They said you should be able to contact the source, and we contacted the source, and the source was the hotel or the casino, and they got the video without a problem, as we see. So now the full video has been displayed, and Roger Goodell has been placed in a serious situation. Okay? There's no good reason to believe that Rice's rights as a union member were violated by Commissioner Roger Goodell, as he tried to make up for his own mistakes, which is, he said, look, indefinite suspension, because what I saw and what you said, that does not mix. It doesn't match up. Now, the NFLPA officially filed an appeal on behalf of Rice on Tuesday with a carefully worded statement that made it clear it was protecting the rights of all, quote, all NFL players, not necessarily siding with Rice and his actions. And this is what they said. The NFL Players Association, they said, today, the NFL Players Association formally filed an appeal of the indefinite suspension of Ray Rice of the NFL. This action taken by our union is to protect the due process rights of all NFL players. The NFLPA appeal is based on supporting facts that reveal a lack of a fair and impartial process, including the role of the Office of the Commissioner of the NFL. We have asked that a neutral and jointly selected arbitrator hear this case, as the commissioner and his staff will be essential witnesses in the proceeding and thus cannot serve as impartial arbitrators. That is the statement that has been released by the NFLPA. I don't know, what do you guys think about that, what they had to say? One of the additional points made in the statement is that, quote, an employee cannot be punished twice for the same action when all of the relevant facts were available to the employer at the time of the first punishment. Now, that's a point that Goodell should have to answer to, because apparently he told some reporters, and including USA Today, that Rice's account of what happened differed from what the full video showed. ESPN reported last week that Rice told Goodell what happened during the incident in the elevator. The latter would be inconsistent with Ravens general manager Ozzie Newsome, quote, that Rice told him what happened, and that after seeing the video, he didn't feel Rice lied about it. Now, those are difference in points and accounts. Goodell gave Rice a 2-game suspension initially. We know this. Then initially, it led to an indefinite one because it looks like it was public pressure. Could it have been? But public pressure became real intense and focused, and people were playing the video over and over and over, like just a whole outrage took place. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree, right? This is just a sad situation. So there's also a possibility that Rice did mislead or outright lie to Goodell during the meeting, in which the case to increase the suspension would be justified. But there are no winners in this situation. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree to this. It's no winners in this whole situation. It's a mess. And we got Doug E. Fresh walked in the building. Oh my God! Right at the end of me talking about Ray Rice and the whole situation. And he's sitting on the side, y'all. So Samuel, I hope I answered your situation. That I can't answer why, if he would have said something or hit her. He took that first comment off and asked about CBS, though. But he was asking, Samuel was asking, why would he hit her if she didn't do anything to him? Well, that's a possibility, but it's just the fact that he's a big guy, and when he hit her, he knocked her out, and it just seemed to be no kind of remorse, no kind of feeling. I don't know, but this is a mess, and it continues to unfold. And I heard recently that some people are calling for Goodell to be removed or punished or just taken down as a commissioner. I don't know. So we'll see as this thing moves forward. Why in the world was Joan Rivers' doctor snapping selfies during the throat procedure? I'm talking about the infamous throat procedure. Why is that? I don't know. But let's talk about it later. Keep it live right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. Keep it live. Hats. Stay high. Doug Lehman.
Time to put it to you in layman's terms with your Beat Drops Radio Sports Update. Boys are being bad in the sports world today. We've got a lot of news off the field, and it continues. We talked a little bit about the Ray Rice situation. Now it's going to a players' union and legal action. I know he's been suspended, but for how long? Who knows? So, I mean, that's going to be hot and heavy. Well, the Adrian Peterson situation is fired up, too.
Yes.
A little bit about him abusing his son. I think it turns out that this isn't the first child that he's abused. So he's got a track record of that, allegedly. And what's happened right now, originally, as of yesterday, at the beginning of the week, the Vikings were going to let him play. They decided now to suspend him, so he now is on the exempt list, along with Ray Rice. And there's another man acting up, and his name is Greg Hardy from the Carolina Panthers with another assault charge as well. So he is on the exempt list right now. All this going on makes sponsors like Budweiser and the Radisson Hotel say, you know what, NFL? Get your stuff together. Yeah. So that's what's going on with that. We're waiting to see what's going to happen with that Adrian Peterson thing. That's pretty foul. Anytime you do harm to a 4-year-old child, it doesn't look good.
Those pictures, you saw the pictures, right?
I did see the pictures.
It looked like he must have been, like, extremely furious.
I mean, there were some areas of the body that you just can't. It's not like your mom's taking a backhand swat to your head and saying, Bianca, get inside out. I'm not saying that would happen, but I'm just saying, you know.
Stuff happens, you know, but it just looked like, to me, like, he must have been, like, really furious about something.
Right. I mean,
you know, and just went overboard with you know, quote, disciplining. It's not like I haven't heard about switches. You know, I heard about switches growing up. You know, some of us had to go and get switches off of the tree and don't come back with a small one.
Right.
You know, but it never, that was quite a bit.
Right, a little bit much. I mean, the governor was calling for him to be suspended. So, I mean, everybody's jumping on. There's a lot going on in the NFL. You know what, though? 90% of the players behave really well, unfortunately, I would say.
Unfortunately, you know, situations like this, especially back-to-back kind of stuff, you know, Ray Rice and Peterson, you know, back-to-back, the NFL's not looking good right now.
No,
it's just not. It's
not
like,
good at all.
Get it together, man. Y'all make a lot of money. And I can't remember who the newscaster was or whatever, but he said the only thing that they respect is just taking them off the field. They don't respect women, they don't respect kids, but they respect taking them off the field.
You can even find them. That's like whatever. That's just like my chump change.
Yeah. So, crazy.
Speaking of some positive things, Cleveland, Ohio, we all know that LeBron James is coming back. Originally, Cedar Point was going to name a roller coaster after King James, called the King James roller coaster. Yeah. But they decided to take that and build a foundation to give back to underprivileged kids in Ohio. So LeBron is going to take that, and there's going to be some type of foundation with Cedar Point to raise some money through his charity.
I love Cedar Point.
I was going to say Cedar Point, the second best amusement park in the state of Ohio, next to Kings Island.
Man, no way.
Kings Island's got more movie press.
Man, no possible way. No possible way. Kings Island,
Kings Island's been in the movies more.
Man, Cedar Point gets new rides every year. There's no park that does that.
From a media perspective.
Okay, media. I love Cedar Point.
All right. Another thing that's going on, if you remember back in Cleveland when LeBron was playing the first time, they had this huge billboard with LeBron, and it said, you know, with him spreading out and his last name, James 23. They've got that billboard in his back, but this time it says Cleveland on the back of his jersey.
Oh, does it?
And he's carrying the city on his back. He looks like that billboard. So, and one more thing for Mr. James, as of today, he's releasing the LeBron 12 tennis shoe.
Oh, cool.
Basketball shoe, I'm sorry. Tennis shoe, sneaker, whatever you want.
Sneakers,
whatever you want to call it. It is out in its glory. It retails for about $200. So save your money. Get your LeBron 12 basketball shoe.
My son is shaking his head like, no.
And
200.
Speaking of money, I know we didn't get a chance to talk on it Monday, but I did see the Mayweather fight.
Did you see it?
I did see it.
What was your thought?
I thought it was how I predicted it. Now, this is the problem I have because I did a video. This is about me, but I'm putting it out there. Yeah. I filmed this video. I did my 2 predictions over the weekend, which I will show you after. I never got a chance to release it in time because I had editing issues. I said, and I have the footage, that Floyd would win in a convincing decision, not knock him out. I also predicted the Falcons don't lose by 2. They lost by more. Those are my 2 picks that I put out there that I didn't put out there. So you can say what you say, but you know.
I made everybody mad in VIP when just before the fight, I said, Mayweather gonna get his butt whipped. And they were all like,
you were just talking.
I was just talking this
having fun. It's fun to do that sometimes, like, especially when everybody's all on one side. You got to have that balance.
Mayweather's gonna get his butt whipped. They was hot. They looked like they want to put me out of VIP.
It's like that. I don't know that Schoolhouse Rock thing where everybody's cheering, and the other team scores, and everybody's booing. And goes, "Yay! I'm for the other team."
Right?
Just
like, who is that? And then Dave Tolliver told me that last week was his last day here because I said that about Mayweather.
Well, I thought the fight, and something that, speaking of Dave and your show coming up, Dave said something that resonated with me on that Wednesday. That sometimes there is some takeaways from the show.
Yeah.
Just saying. And he said the fact that, you know, I saw the first fight, and I thought, you know, Maidana roughed him up the early rounds and all that. I thought, well, maybe he can knock him out. Maybe he can hit Floyd. It's hard to hit Floyd because he's so defensive and so good.
Yeah.
He's talented. There's nothing. He's 47-0. There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
But Floyd did seem to take the rematch fairly quickly. He didn't stall around. So I think he knows something that he knew. You know, he was he's a technician.
Yeah.
And I said in my prediction, you know, one thing about him, there's dramas always surrounding Floyd. I mean, he's got the accusations from his ex-fiancée. He got 50 Cent telling him he can't read.
Yeah.
You know, you got all this stuff coming at him, you know. And who knows what his father or his uncle are going to say. Roger Mayweather or you know, in his camp, you know.
I don't mean to laugh.
Well, no, a lot going on.
But every time I think of Mayweather, there's a image that comes across my mind. Somebody put up a picture. It was classroom, set in the classroom, with Mayweather towards the front and 50 Cent sitting like behind him on his left-hand side, and Mayweather trying to read, and they got a caption over 50 Cent saying, "Hurry up!" It was the funniest crap ever. And it looked like Mayweather was like stuttering. I'm a visual individual.
Well, let's just talk about that. So we kind of dwelling on this because the football and all that.
Yeah.
Mayweather. The thing about that is the difference between reading out loud and being able to read. I'm sure he can pick up a paper and read. I'm sure he can read the signed checks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure he's literate.
Yes.
Reading out loud, personally, I've struggled with it. I remember in elementary school when you go around and each person's reading out loud. Think about that at the time. Set yourself back to first grade, second grade, and you're reading around. Okay, Janet, pick up from there. Okay, Steve, whoever, and you know, I'm waiting. Okay, it's coming up to me, so I'm practicing in my head because kids are rough, man. I mean, think about that because you can tell the kids that can't read. Yeah, think about that. So maybe you couldn't. I mean, the thing we saw was the radio drop from the station, our sister station up in New York. I can't get a call theirs right now. But you know, he did the name drop, and they kept playing it over and over again. He couldn't read. Read it out loud. So I'm sure he can read. I don't think he's the most eloquent reader out loud. I don't think 50 Cent really is either, quite frankly.
He may not be.
Allegedly. I'm just saying. You know, I don't really know. So putting them on blast, it's fun. I mean, they're all taking shots at each other.
Yeah, they are.
So the next question is who's Floyd gonna fight? He's got scheduled with Showtime, contracted to do 2 more fights. Pacquiao talk is coming up again.
Really?
In May.
Is he
maybe Amir Khan.
now?
Oh yeah, he's always has been.
Okay.
You know, just took one punch. He beat Bradley. That fight was.
Yeah, I can understand. Who in the heck was scoring that? They needed like 10 pairs of glasses.
Right.
I was like, did they watch the same fight we just watched?
Exactly. And he revenged that fight.
Golly.
But no, I mean that's the fight. Maybe Amir Khan, maybe one of these younger welterweights that are up and coming, that are looking good. And I haven't drawn a blank who they are, but there's 2 guys out there right now. It's not Kirkland, but somebody else who they're strong. They're very strong. But who knows, man? But he's looking to fight in May. He said Cinco de Mayo. And he's looking to fight back in September again, right around the first week in September.
Cinco de Mayo.
So he's got.
That's cool.
That's that's what's going on. NFL coming up week 4. We'll see what happens with the Falcons to see what happens. Actually, week 3, week 4 in college.
Okay, cool.
So we've got football in full effect. Hopefully, we'll get some better news off the field than on the field.
That would be cool.
So we'll see. Let the score, let the play take care of what's done inside the field, not outside the field.
Yes, indeed.
So that's all I've got in layman's terms. Stay tuned for more. We're going to have more sports updates in the next show. Breaking it down in layman's terms.
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show. I got my man Doug Langman in the building. Just gave us a wonderful sports update. How you been though, man? I didn't even ask you about your day. Nothing. I just threw you in the chair.
I'm here. No, I'm good. I'm good. Ready to roll.
Oh,
What's
man.
not good is Florida State's quarterback.
What happened?
Famous Jameis Winston, Heisman Trophy winner,
The one
number one ranked team in the country that borrowed some crab legs and stuff.
He just borrowed his crab legs. He was gonna give them back later. He just wanted to test out a new recipe.
He has been suspended right now for half of a football game, first half or the second half,
Wait a minute,
whichever half they want.
Half of a football game.
Yes.
What kind of suspension is that?
Enough
Why
to say
half?
that we're playing Clemson, they're a really good team. We probably need you to play, but since you're whatever, however you want to spin it,
What the heck?
he's a good player.
Yeah, but half the freaking. I've never heard of that.
They don't want to lose.
These things.
Half stepping punishments.
Does it seem like they, make up stuff as they go?
Right.
I mean, just, we're not gonna. Okay, you're gonna sit out for half the game. That's something that a coach can do by themselves. They don't need anybody else to tell them.
I mean, it's very.
Hey, London, we appreciate you for tuning in.
That's right, across the pond. We'll say.
London, UK.
That's right. So basically, he sent some obscenities and vulgar language in the cafeteria, stood up on a table, and yelled blankety blank in her blankety blank.
Oh no.
And not good.
Come on, dude. I don't know. I guess it's just not good enough.
No.
I don't know. What can they do, Doug, to get these guys to kind of just settle down and play the game? They're good, they're talented, but they just.
I don't know. That's home training there. I can't call for that. I mean, he's already in the media. He's a Heisman Trophy winner, first round draft pick.
Right. I don't know.
Just shut up. Don't. That's just trying to have fun.
I guess so. Jeez. I don't know. I guess they're glad he's not borrowing any more crab legs right now.
That's right.
Don't need that.
Not at all.
Yeah. So. Oh well. Did you see the situation as far as CBS and Rihanna?
Yeah, I did. How they decided not to have her at halftime her song play.
Yeah.
And was it opening credits or halftime? I don't know which.
I think it was the opening.
Right. So basically, because of all the domestic assaults and all that.
Right.
But they suspended. They decided not to play her show, her clip, her song,
yeah.
And a couple other ones to have more commentary about stuff that And she basically went to Twitter to her 8 bazillion fans and said, "F you."
Yeah, because I got this of course on yesterday an update from TMZ where she said she never signed on for football anyway. Said she was livid, she was upset at the NFL and CBS, claiming the league and the network had no right to make it look like she was part of the Ravens-Steelers Thursday night pregame show anyway. And, with the whole situation, and it did make it look like, I don't know. But
now, what's the song? I don't remember the song. It was her and Jay-Z. It was Run This
Town.
Run This Town.
Yeah. So the singer was pissed. The Rihanna was pissed when someone sent her the joint NFL-CBS press release with the headline, quote, CBS and NFL Network run this town for Thursday Night Football Open with music featuring Rihanna and narration by Don Cheadle. And Rihanna is saying she never signed on for anything like that. All CBS and NFL did
was say she's not playing her song.
Yeah, they said all they did was just license a Jay-Z song that featured Rihanna. Rihanna's rep